The National Terrazzo and Mosaic Association conducts an annual awards program to honor terrazzo contractors for executing exceptional terrazzo work. Projects are judged on the basis of quality of workmanship, scope, design, and creativity. As in the past, the 2002 awards competition has produced terrazzo installations of exceptional quality, of incredible design intricacy, and of unbelievable beauty. These unparalleled terrazzo floors are the result of superior workmanship, precise attention to detail, sensitive artistic ability, and thoughtful ingenuity. Without exception, all of the entries in this contest are distinctive, but the rules of the awards program allow only a handful to receive top honors. It is a high honor and distinct pleasure to present the results of the National Terrazzo and Mosaic Association's 2002 Honor Awards. The first honor award is presented to David Allen Company of Raleigh, North Carolina for the terrazzo work at North Carolina Women's and Children's Hospital in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. This hospital project is one of the largest public building projects in state history. Terrazzo was used in the new public concourse, which connects the two existing and the two new healthcare facilities for a unique combination of design, versatility, and high durability. The design of the 400-foot-long concourse floor is treated as a continuous canvas, which both unifies the facilities and creates a unique identity for each individual building entrance. Each lobby along the concourse features its own multicolored, abstracted interpretation of a sunburst pattern, ranging from a playful and dynamic theme in the Children's Hospital lobby and adjacent play area to a formal and dignified one in the Women's Hospital lobby. Over 20 colors and 5 miles of zinc terrazzo strips were used to create the above floor. Terrazzo's combination of beauty and versatility made it the material best suited to these varied and complex spaces and patterns. The next award is for the Kansas City International Airport Phase 1 terrazzo installation in Kansas City, Missouri, and goes to Corradini Corporation of Los Angeles, California. This project is over 160,000 square feet of epoxy terrazzo comprising of 13 different colors, creating 20 different designs, which run the gamut from real to abstract. The designer, Andrew Ginzel, states, "The terrazzo floor was inspired by the phenomena of flight, by dramatic shifts in perspective, and by the mapping of air, of sky, and land. The brass plus and minus symbols throughout suggest the infinite depth of space and images, which create a sense of groundlessness, of suspense, of flight of freedom. The terrazzo is meant to represent inverted continuous bands of sky. Thus, the person walking through the airport becomes an aerial viewer, like the eyes of a bird." DePauli Mosaic Company of Boston, Massachusetts receives an award for the Manchester Community Technical College Arts, Science, and Technology Center in Manchester, Connecticut. World-renowned artist Jun Kaneko was a natural choice when the Commission on the Arts wanted someone to design an artistic terrazzo floor for the 53-foot-wide lobby in the new Arts, Sciences, and Technology Center. Kaneko is used to doing things on a large scale. Many of his ceramic sculptures tower over 6 feet, and his mosaics cover entire walls. His vision, rendered in 8 colors of 3/8-inch epoxy terrazzo, involves using deceivingly simple elements, lines, dots, and triangles in a rhythmic pattern. Evident in Kaneko's design is his belief that the field, or in this case, the surrounding building, is an active element in the pattern. The building's architectural features, including the bold white columns, the arc of the monumental stair, even the circular space itself, are acknowledged in the terrazzo to achieve a pleasingly balanced design. Execution of this design involved the creation of 8 custom epoxy colors with glass and synthetic aggregate. White alloy of zinc divider strips in 3 different widths were prefabricated and mounted onto 14 wire mesh panels for assembly on site. Then, the various colors were installed and finished as usual. The bold, eye-catching colors are sure to keep this terrazzo floor looking fresh for years to come. The Minooka Cafetorium in Minooka, Illinois, wins an award for Metropolitan Terrazzo of Melrose Park, Illinois. The use of epoxy terrazzo was the obvious choice for flooring material not only because of its durability and ease of cleaning, but also because of its ability to integrate well with the building's unique radial geometry. Only terrazzo allowed the architect to create the unique and elegant floor pattern that naturally generated from the radial structural building grid. Also, the terrazzo flooring seamlessly integrated the stairs and stage areas with the dining areas for visual continuity of the space. The infinite possibilities of matrix color and aggregate permitted the architect to select a floor palette that coordinated well with the buff-colored masonry walls and cream-colored curtain wall. It should be noted that the pattern is loosely based on the design of the Campidoglio Plaza in Rome, created by Michelangelo. Award-winning terrazzo work by the American Terrazzo Company of Garland, Texas, on the Charles W. Eisman Performing Arts Center in Richardson, Texas, is our next winner. The terrazzo used at the Performing Arts Center allowed the architect greater design versatility versus other flooring materials. The architect wanted larger spacing of panels within the simple three-color pattern. This accent band pattern terrazzo provides just enough color change so as not to detract from the other clean, crisp, detailed design elements within this building. American Terrazzo, having worked closely with the architect through the design stage, gave vital information that allowed the architect to select the correct material choice. The terrazzo flooring installed is half-inch thick epoxy terrazzo using a three-color simple design pattern of white, gray, and black terrazzo. The terrazzo pattern was created using 16-gauge, 1/8 inch and 1/2 inch wide zinc divider strips. For added crack suppression of the concrete slab, a flexible epoxy membrane was used under the terrazzo floor. The terrazzo was used on all 4 levels in the public areas of this modernist structure. Although the terrazzo floor provides elegant detail to the lobby space, the uniqueness of the other terrazzo details clearly enhances the beauty of this building structure. There are 8 stairways that utilized pour-in-place terrazzo, as well as ramps, walls, and base. Of all the terrazzo details, the monumental stairway is a work of art. The architect created a floating stairway which connects all levels. The terrazzo steps were poured in place over steel, on the tread's front, back, and bottom, and all of which was ground and polished in place. The open riser creates the reality of suspension. Terrazzo, being the correct design element of choice, also provides the owner with easy maintenance to a product that will last for years. Terrazzo and Marble Supply Companies receives an award for the fabulous epoxy terrazzo installation at its architectural library in Wheeling, Illinois. As a major terrazzo and stone supplier, T&M originally utilized this space to display natural stone materials. However, it was decided that this area could be better used to showcase terrazzo samples. After the existing hardwood floor had been removed, the concrete substrate was shot blasted, flattened with epoxy fill, and a full, flexible epoxy membrane was applied. A basically simple but compelling design was created to demonstrate terrazzo's design flexibility. The usage of lines, curves, and colors helped to achieve striking effects and make a strong and lasting statement. Several types and widths of divider strips were used to create the layout design, all accomplished on site. The variety of divider strips installed also added to the floor's aesthetic appeal. 14 different base colors were used, along with 20 accent panels containing exotic aggregates. The result is a display area where architects, designers, and even homeowners can visualize how terrazzo can be placed in their project. The new Indiana State Museum at White River State Park in Indianapolis incorporates award-winning terrazzo floors and rustic terrazzo walkways by Santa Rosa Mosaic and Tile Company of Indianapolis. From the beginning of the earth to the 21st century, the museum is an eclectic, ever-changing adventure into the past, present, and future. The museum utilizes all types of terrazzo systems. The use of the cement-bonded rustic terrazzo on the exterior entry areas, ramps, stairs, patios, and artwork and the polished and rustic cement terrazzo precast steps, along with the present-day technology of the epoxy terrazzo floors, all illustrate the developmental progress of our terrazzo products, methods, and technologies. Terrazzo was the historic choice of the Building Commission and architects. As repeat terrazzo owners and designers, they again selected terrazzo as the product of choice as easily as they selected the exact east-west orientation of the museum building along the historical Highway 40 and the storied Wabash and Erie Canal. The performance history, the natural beauty, the versatility, and the product variety make the selection of terrazzo the ideal choice. The interior terrazzo, 78,000 square feet of 3/8-inch epoxy floors, flows throughout the public areas, restrooms, entries, bridges, and display areas of all 3 levels of the museum building and the adjoining administrative building. The warm terrazzo field colors provide an inviting soft feeling, while the warm and cold accent colors define areas and orient the visitor to the many and varied attractions, including the IMAX theater, museum displays, and shops. Matching structural precast terrazzo interior treads provide easy ingress and egress to all 3 levels and the exterior of these buildings. The terrazzo artwork of the Foucault pendulum and the terrazzo floor insets blend with the precast terrazzo stairs to produce a strikingly beautiful yet formally designed learning environment. The exterior 55,000 square feet of granolithic terrazzo finish on the floors, handicap ramps, patio and stair systems allowed for artful expression, unequaled beauty, and ease of maintenance. The varied exterior terrazzo finishes also blend the soft and warm with the simple and austere colors to produce a very inviting and clean finish. Creative terrazzo artwork was used to produce 5 of the illustrative artwork for the exterior display that is found all over the exterior of the building. On the north and south side of the building, rustic terrazzo is utilized to create the 19th State of the Union medallions at the entrance canopy area as well as the canal courtyard entry area, ramps, and walks. The rustic precast terrazzo canal stair treads transition to a rustic precast terrazzo pedestal system, creating a clean and functional finish for the exterior dining terrace. Creative and beautiful terrazzo artwork graces both pendulum and poetry, grassland and portico of the newest building in the White River State Park complex. No other material has the versatility and proven track record of terrazzo. Winning an award for the Northern Illinois Terrazzo and Tile Company of Rockford, Illinois, is the very unique Teaching, Learning, and Technology Center at Alverno College in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. An intricate design in a sand-cushioned terrazzo application complicated the installation of this well-executed terrazzo project. The fact that except for the center logo itself, which is approximately 40 square feet, the entire strip application was field-formed and installed in wet concrete makes this job an exercise in absolute detail and extremely critical workmanship. Terrazzo was obviously selected because of its ability to allow the imagination and creativity of the designer to be transferred from paper to the actual application and yet still be able to offer the long-term practicality of the product itself. For the impressively detailed and crafted terrazzo work in the Children's Hospital at Montefiore Medical Center in the Bronx, an honor award goes to Port Morris Tile and Marble Corporation of Bronx, New York. World-renowned architect David Rockwell from the Rockwell Group was contracted to design this hospital's interior with a state-of-the-art interactive and entertaining center. This design concept was greatly emphasized at the Carl Sagan Discovery Center lobby. The terrazzo floors are one of the most important aspects of the lobby and were designed to create a uniform, elegant flow of terrazzo floors and combine them with works of arts in terrazzo. Ms. Linda Lasarica, an associate with Rockwell Group, together with the project management team, envisioned the use of terrazzo animals, figurines, and organisms embedded into the floors for creating focal points, changing the monotone colors of the terrazzo and telling a story. Port Morris Tile and Marble Corporation and Do Right Concepts Incorporated of Great Neck, New York, worked with Ms. Lasarica to develop terrazzo color samples, matrix, and shapes that could bring the vision to reality. The stairs are off-white color terrazzo that Port Morris formed and cast in place, creating a monolithic appearance and a smooth transition between stair tread and risers. A pendulum hanging from the ceiling registers the Earth's movements as projected on the lower lobby's terrazzo floor. At the heart of this interactive lobby is a semicircular suspension bridge that connects the main entrance to the split level above. This bridge, envisioned by Ms. Lasarica and named the Bridge of Life, tells the story of creation and evolution, illustrated in precast terrazzo panels. The story begins with DNA fabric of life, to the construction of single-cell chromosomes, muscle tissues, human fingerprints, human hand, to the creation of boy and girl, and human achievements, such as the Empire State Building, the Montefiore Children's Hospital building, and finally geographical location and distance, such as the United States, New York State, and the world, showing North and South America. Each illustrated panel repeats itself in several micro designs to the next adjacent panel, based on maintaining the same concept of distance ratios, multiplication, and scale. The 15 3x4-foot panels were fabricated with perfect curvatures to maintain the 12-inch curved black terrazzo border frame. The resulting design would have been impossible to duplicate with conventional methods. Pompeii Incorporated of Newport News, Virginia, wins an honor award for the Louise Obese Memorial Hospital in Suffolk, Virginia. When the design of the new Louise Obese Memorial Hospital evolved to have a very large entry rotunda and atrium space, the design team felt that it should have a design impact. Because of its design flexibility, attractiveness, durability, and ease of maintenance, epoxy terrazzo became the natural flooring material of choice. The 6-color 15,000 square foot design incorporates a kaleidoscope effect at the entry rotunda, with access extending into the main lobby and atrium areas. The free-flowing curves accentuate the organic feeling of the main lobby and atrium space, as well as the lower-level garden area. Clear, timeless design colors were chosen to coordinate with the bright, rich blue of the Obese logo at the center of the rotunda and to work well at the first floor, as well as looking down from above. This outstanding use of terrazzo is complemented by 2 large precast terrazzo monumental stairways, as well as terrazzo base throughout. In Madison, Wisconsin, the Alliant Energy Corporation boasts another honor award-winning terrazzo installation by Northern Illinois Terrazzo and Tile Company of Rockford. The application of subtle colors into this complex design allowed the designer to express the magnitude that the 4-story rotunda has on this well-designed corporate headquarters. All of the strip work was formed and installed in the field, creating a need for exceptional detail to workmanship. The terrazzo installation encompasses the first 2 floors of the area, and the circular application enhances the design of the rotunda itself. As seen from above, this impressive terrazzo design is one for the ages. The distinguished panel of judges for the honor awards decided that a special award should be presented to David Allen Company of Raleigh, North Carolina for the artistic terrazzo floor at their corporate headquarters. When the company built its new headquarters, the owners wanted to showcase terrazzo, mosaic, marble, and tile as part of the building. The design team recognized that although terrazzo has been widely used for centuries, many people of the present generation, including architects and owners, are just discovering some of the exceptional opportunities to use terrazzo in a more creative and artistic manner. The corridors are epoxy terrazzo featuring a marble mosaic inlay design by the company's artist and also executed by David Allen's craftsmen. Decorative mosaics are featured at the end of the corridors. Throughout the corridors, hand-cut mosaic tiles are used for dividers, creating the old Venetian appearance. The precast terrazzo stair risers, made of epoxy terrazzo, required casting each of the 4 colors in panels. The individual designs were cut out with the water jet process and individual pieces inlaid into the adjoining piece. They were then polished, providing a smooth surface. The office floor of one executive was copied from an old Venetian decorative terrazzo floor of the 18th century Palazzo Pisani Moretta, which overlooks Venice's Grand Canal and is still in use today. A tightly packed design of oxblood red and alpine-colored circles features flowers and diamonds in yellow Verona chips on a background of Persian cream, Italian Botticino, and mother-of-pearl chips. It is decorated in the corners and on the center line with floral motifs in the same materials. The intricate pattern was accomplished by the use of a water jet machine. Each piece of the pattern was cut into shape, applied to the subsurface, and the open spaces filled with terrazzo. This project is truly a showplace for terrazzo and mosaic craftsmanship. Each year, the judges face the tremendously difficult task of selecting the job of the year. With over 50 high-quality terrazzo installations, this year's selection proved to be an enormous task. Many jobs were of an extremely high caliber, but the judges finally decided that the sheer level of design, the intricacy of detail, and the exacting degree of workmanship performed by R.D. Roman Incorporated of Rockford, Illinois at the University of Wisconsin Engineering Center in Madison deserved the coveted Job of the Year award. The 10,000 square foot epoxy terrazzo floor at the university's Engineering Center consists of 7 epoxy colors, 15 chip colors, and brass and zinc divider strip ranging from 16 gauge to 1/2 inch. This project was originally specified as sand cushion terrazzo with a simple 4-color pattern. Sand cushion terrazzo could not accommodate the vibrant colors and strip layout that the artist proposed for this project, so it was changed to epoxy terrazzo. Once the epoxy floor was approved, 900 linear feet of precast epoxy straight base was added to the project, which required an 8th terrazzo color. Scott Parsons from Denver, Colorado, designed the 7-color epoxy terrazzo floor that he calls algorithmic tapestry. The terrazzo design is based on geometric algorithms commonly used by engineers from 20,000 years ago to the present. Scott Parsons and his colleagues bent the divider strips for the entire 10,000 square foot terrazzo floor off-site. They were then shipped to the site and installed by the artist and terrazzo crews. Congratulations to R.D. Roman Incorporated. Now for all those entries that just missed receiving an honor award, but were judged to be of sufficient excellence for an honorable mention. Venice Art Terrazzo Company of San Antonio, Texas, for the St. Mary's Street parking garage in San Antonio. Hawkeye Flooring of Lisbon, Iowa, for both the I-80 eastbound and I-80 westbound rest areas in Cedar County, Iowa. Bay Area Interiors of Grand Rapids, Michigan, for the Grand Rapids Convention Center. Grazzini Brothers and Company of Eagan, Minnesota, for Hubert Humphrey Terminal at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. DePauli Mosaic Company of Boston, Massachusetts, for the elevated walkways to Terminals B and C at Logan International Airport in Boston. The Venice Art Terrazzo Company of San Antonio, Texas, for the Aztec calendar on the Riverwalk in San Antonio. Corradini Corporation of Los Angeles, California, for the LA Memorial Sports Arena in Los Angeles. The American Terrazzo Company of Garland, Texas, for the Fort Worth Convention Center. Port Morris Tile and Marble Corporation of the Bronx, New York, for Bear Stearns & Company in New York City. John Coretti & Company of Morton Grove, Illinois, for the Corrugated Supplies Corporation in Bedford Park, Illinois. Pompey Incorporated of Newport News, Virginia, for the Dare County Justice Center in Manteo, North Carolina. Fabris Pierce Tile and Terrazzo Incorporated of Burton, Michigan for the terrazzo work at the Detroit Science Center. Wisconsin Terrazzo and Tile of Onalaska, Wisconsin for the Fox Cities Performing Arts Center in Appleton, Wisconsin. Pompey Incorporated of Newport News, Virginia for the Hampton Municipal Center in Hampton, Virginia. DeMarco Brothers Company of Omaha, Nebraska for the Desert Dome at Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo. R.D. Roman Incorporated of Rockford, Illinois for Barcema Hall at Northern Illinois University in DeKalb, Illinois. American Terrazzo Company of Garland, Texas for the Don Rodenbaugh Natatorium in Allen, Texas. John Coretti and Company of Morton Grove, Illinois for Cary Junior High School in Cary, Illinois. R.D. Roman Incorporated of Rockford, Illinois for the White Oak Elementary School in Morris, Illinois. Rosa Mosaic and Tile Company of Louisville, Kentucky for the Mall at Millenia in Orlando, Florida. DePauli Mosaic Company of Boston, Massachusetts for the Clay Center for Science and Technology at Dexter School in Brookline, Massachusetts. John Coretti and Company of Morton Grove, Illinois for the Regenstein African Journey at the Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago. Port Morris Marble and Tile Company of the Bronx, New York for Pokemon at 10 Rockefeller Plaza in New York City. Corradini Corporation of Los Angeles, California for the Pacific Design Center in West Hollywood, California. Boatman and Magnani Incorporated of Capitol Heights, Maryland for the Black Rock Center for the Arts in Germantown, Maryland. DePauli Mosaic Company of Boston, Massachusetts for the John Curtis Free Library in Hanover, Massachusetts. Santa Rosa Mosaic and Tile Company of Indianapolis, Indiana for the Roque Residence in Muncie, Indiana. Corradini Corporation of Los Angeles for the Cusimano Residence in Burbank, California. Northwestern Terrazzo Incorporated of Oak Brook, Illinois for Peabody Mansion Retreat Wing Lobby renovation in Oak Brook, Illinois. The American Terrazzo Company of Garland, Texas for Trinity Waste Management in Plano, Texas. John Coretti and Company of Morton Grove, Illinois for the Aztec Condo Lobby in Chicago, Illinois. And this concludes the National Terrazzo and Mosaic Association's 2002 Honor Awards program. Many thanks to all the companies, architects, and designers who have provided these outstanding terrazzo installations.